There are two NASCAR guys outside with Brian right now.
I know.
I bet they're not on their cell phone when they're trying to win a race.
No, because I'm here and they think it would be rude. Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon are here. Before we actually talk about your race and what you really do well, guys, I know it's been a while since you flew commercial, but how do you want to weigh into the controversial topic of talking on cell phones on planes? First, Mark, you.
I'm for it.
You're for it?
Yes, sir.
But doesn't it kind of annoy a guy like Jeff Gordon when the person next to him is exposing their whole life in a conversation at a million feet up in the air?
I'm all things in moderation. You know, maybe those night flights, maybe they shouldn't. But I think during the day, most people are doing business anyway.
And the last time you guys flew commercial, 1971, right? I mean, pretty much you're private jet guys like Steve Ducey. Gretchen and I do commercial.
We've got to be on the go at all times, you know, so we've got to have planes that meet our schedules.
Right. And you know what? If you're flying the same place I'm flying and you see me at the airport, if you said, hey, Brian, why don't you hop in with me? That would be a nice surprise.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you?
It's probably not going to happen. Am I right, Mark? Hey, I'm going to
talk on your cell phone.
I'll be talking on my cell phone and maybe calling Jimmy Johnson. All right, we'll see. Hey, guys, that's all we have on the controversial topic of talking on cell phones.
All right.
Why don't you talk to them about their races that are coming up?
What are they doing in town?
Why do you ask?
We want to know.
All right, hey, let's find out. You Sprint Cup chat. Here we are, the sprint for the finish. You're in first. You're in sixth. 10 races. That's what we're talking about today. Saturday, you're going to be in New Hampshire, correct?
That's right.
Mark Martin, at 50 years old, you shouldn't be this good.
I'm driving a good race car. That's what it is. Having the time of my life. Just really having a good time.
Right, and it's really fun chasing a guy having the time of his life. Am I right, Jimmy?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being Jimmy the last 3 years. Chasing this guy has always been tough. You know, age has never been a thing to look at for Mark. He's one of the most talented drivers that I've ever raced against. It's just great having him on at Hendrick Motorsports as a teammate. Finally, I've always been racing against him, you know, at another team. Now I got to race against him in our own equipment. But it's exciting. We're ready for the chase to start, and it doesn't matter where anybody's starting right now.
And it's because it's all down to the final 10 races in a grueling season. You get to the playoffs, essentially. That's what NASCAR's come up with. But I said Jimmy because Jimmy Johnson, even though he's not in first, you are. He is still favored to go for 4 in a row. Mark, do you sense the presence of a guy like him?
Oh, he is so tough. He and his team are just incredible, and the things that they've done the last 3 years is just unbelievable. But I think this year it'll be more competitive. I don't see anyone, you know, running the table like Jimmy and those guys have done in the past. So it's going to be a great chase. All 12 drivers that are in it are capable, and their teams are capable of winning this thing, and I think it's going to be exciting.
And Jeff, for you, you've been coming here a while. We're privileged to have you almost since we started, and the green room has never been better, which you told me. But now as a dad of a 2-year-old, has that taken the edge off for victory, being that, you know, you're famous, you're rich, you're successful, you can get on Mark's plane once in a while and fly with a private jet. But tell me, has it taken the edge off being a parent? Has it changed your approach?
Well, I mean, it's changed my schedule. I didn't used to be a morning.
Well, it changes everyone's schedule.
But, you know, I mean, I think during the week, my priorities are to be at home with my family as much as possible. But, you know, when it comes to that time of being with the team, you know, when it's either in meetings, going to the shop, or at the racetrack, my intensity level, I think, is only, you know, grown because my passion for the sport as I get older becomes greater. My time is running out, you know, a little bit. So, you know, I think that you want to capitalize on those opportunities like this year being in the chase.
Mark, how hard has it been for you because so many people you know are in the auto business and they had taken such a pounding here in America? How has it changed the way NASCAR approaches and what you do every day?
You know, I think everybody in America has felt the pinch of the economy, but you know, it's pretty much business as usual. You adjust. You know, we've made some adjustments in NASCAR with the teams and with the personnel. The product that we put on the racetrack is still the same.
Right.
We've just had to tighten the belt a little bit, like everyone else.
All these guys usually show up with their cars. This is not anyone's car. This is just symbolizing the Sprint Championship, right? And I'm wondering, I don't want to put you on the spot, can I have it? You don't own it. Can you give it to me?
I don't know if I can give that to you. Maybe Jeff could.
Authority, but as far as I'm concerned, you can have it.
Yeah, by the way, if you want to know why no one's rushing these guys, these famous drivers, it's because we set up top security here. No one can break through this. Jeff Gordon, always great to see you. Mark, best of luck, all right? Don't let these guys catch you. Back inside. Round of applause for these two.
Very nicely done. Thank you very much, Jimmy Kilmeade.
All right, the United States has